Welcome to Paper Crafters Library. In this video I'm going to show you how to create this funky For You greeting card. So let's get started. You're going to need a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of orange zest cardstock from Paper Tray, and I've gone ahead and scored it down the center at 5 1/2 inches with my paper trimmer and scoring blade. You're going to fold and crease along that score line with your bone folder, creating a standard sized 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch card base. Once you have that complete, we're going to set this aside for a moment, as well as your bone folder, and you're now going to need a piece of white smooth cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4. We will be trimming this down once we've added in all of our elements to it in order to be matted onto a piece of ebony cardstock. But at this time, it is going to measure 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. You're going to die cut some randomly placed circles. I'm going to be using my 3 smallest circle dies found in Spellbinder's Standard Circles Small. So I'm just going to lay them out, run that through my grand caliber, and then keep layering. And it's okay if some of your circles are overhanging the edge of your cardstock. That'll be fine because it will be a matted piece of cardstock. It's fine to do that. So just go ahead and cut some randomly placed circles. So as you can see now, I'm back from my Big Shot and I've die cut, which kind of looks like Swiss cheese, my cardstock. So I've just randomly placed some circles on my piece of Whisper White cardstock to die cut that. We're going to stamp our greeting in the bottom right hand corner before we go any farther. And I am using my greeting found in Bold Mixed Sentiments from Artistique. And I'm going to stamp that using my Jet Black Archival ink. So I'm just going to ink that up, just as For You, in that bottom right hand corner. So once you've stamped your greeting, you can set aside your stamp as well as your ink. And you're now going to need to choose some different patterns of patterned paper. My patterns are all found in my 6x6 paper pad from Doodlebug, and this is the Boys Only pattern. So I've got these very bright, vibrant colors, which I absolutely loved, and I'm just going to now stick some small pieces of each pattern behind my circle. So you can just go ahead, trim some off, lay them out. I'm just going to lay out each of my patterns before I actually stick anything down. So I'm just cutting very small pieces and I'm layering them behind the circles that I wish them to be stuck down behind. And when I get to a circle that's slightly off, like overhanging my edge of my white cardstock, I'm making sure that I have a straight edge and I'm aligning that with the edge of my cardstock. And then, like I said, because I knew that this piece was already a little bit too big to be matted, then you can come back in and trim it down to size. So I'm just laying out the pattern placement to start with. Just making sure that I'm happy with the colors, the pattern as to where I place it. And like I said, you can use whichever patterns of paper that you wish. Just make sure that you coordinate that with the back of your card base. So once you have them laid out the way you wish them to be, then you're just going to come in with some double-sided adhesive and start sticking them in place. You can always trim the pieces down. This one I know has to go a little bit narrower. So like I said, I'm just making sure that the top edge of my cardstock, my white cardstock, is aligned with my top edge of my patterned paper, and now I'm just trimming off some of the patterned paper on the back so that it won't interfere with my other circles. So you can just keep layering your circles behind your white die cut paper and sticking each of these pieces in place. And once you have all of them in place, we are actually going to trim your entire piece of white cardstock down to be a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 inch piece, because we do want to mat this. So I'm just going to keep layering my patterned paper behind my white cardstock, filling in those circles. So you can see here, I just keep trimming them down so that they fit masked behind my white cardstock. If they overhang, that's okay, because like I said, we are going to trim them off. So you'll just continue this until all of your circles are filled with patterned paper. So now that I've added all of my circles behind, or filled all of my circles with my patterned paper, and I've already gone ahead and I've trimmed this down to a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. At this time, you're going to need a piece of ebony cardstock that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. You're going to center and stick your matted white smooth cardstock here with your patterned paper on it to your ebony cardstock, and I'm being very liberal with my patterned, or with my double-sided adhesive, because I have those layers of patterned paper behind it. So I'm just centering and sticking that to my piece of ebony cardstock so that I have equal borders on all 4 sides. I'm now ready to bring my card base back in, and now I'm going to center and stick my matted focal point here to my card base with my double-sided adhesive. So I'm just going to stick this down, leaving equal borders on all 4 sides. And there you have your finished For You greeting card. I hope you enjoy stamping with me. If you enjoyed this video, you enjoy the way we teach, and would like to learn even more, we invite you to check out the Paper Crafters Library. Whether you're a beginner looking to learn the basics, or an advanced paper crafter looking to learn new skills and techniques, you'll find it all here. Stamping, card making, scrapbooking, and altered art. We cover it all. With over 1,000 videos currently in our library and approximately 50 videos added each month, we are the largest and most comprehensive online library of video tutorials for paper crafters on the internet. We invite you to visit our library and see what we're all about.